Good afternoon. My name is Peacock, and today I'll be informing you of the deadly new virus, coronavirus. As a pandemic and really a national emergency here in America, I feel like I need to inform you of how deadly this can be and what we need to do to fight it. So today, I want to do my absolute best to educate and inform you of the virus, how to treat it, because you can't really cure it, how to treat it, the history of it, and just what it can do to you and the society you're in. Now, this important information can be very helpful for you, so please pay attention to this. When a virus that is this deadly becomes such a major problem and the size of the effects, it throws things into chaos. Everyone's dealt with the virus before, one way or another, whether personally or someone close to you. So, you have an idea of just how the viruses can work. Coronavirus has wreaked havoc on the world through its attack on the body, the history and molecular biology of the virus, and how the medical industry is now having to deal with a major influx of patients and they're not ready for it. So take first the symptoms of the body. Major outlets such as the CDC, Mayo Clinic, and the National Library of Medicine have all been very, very involved in getting the symptoms out to the public. Some symptoms depends on the age and exposure, so that'll really affect the severity of the virus. Now, the elderly population is more at risk due to them being immune compromised. That's where you see the highest number of your patients. Now, the virus will disguise itself as a regular common cold or a flu through symptoms such as fever, cough, or possibly other respiratory complications. One major example that's occurred from this virus, people say who have had the virus, they say that it feels like there's glass in their lungs while they're breathing. And to the history and biology of the virus, which comes from the National Institute of Health, the virus itself has spike-like proteins which are used to infect and invade other cells. In humans, the ACE2 protein. So take, for example, these toothpicks and this ball. Ball represents your human cell, the ACE2 protein. Toothpicks represents the spike protein, the coronavirus. These toothpicks, these spike proteins, bind to your cell, the ACE2 protein, and invade you. You're now infected with coronavirus. And this is serious because we're trying to find, as a scientific community, we're trying to find a way that you can prevent this. Now, originally, from China is where the virus is from. It's related to the SARS virus that the world went through a couple years ago. The original transmission was animal to animal, but it's found a way to mutate and it goes from human to human now, which is why you've seen our numbers increase so much from the time of it starting in China to being a worldwide pandemic. The medical industry, as found in the Washington Post, has had to deal with a huge influx in the emergency room, which caused them to set up triage tents outside of emergency rooms to deal with the major amount of patients that they have coming in. Supplies are running low, can range from ventilators to help keep you breathing, disinfectant wipes, and even masks. Now, there's ways you can build your own mask to prevent this. Take a bandana, headband, put hair ties on the end of it. There you go. You have your own mask to try and help you prevent the virus from entering your body through breathing it in, respiratory. The virus itself is a huge, huge issue. But as a nation, as a country, as a world, we can help prevent this if we all work together and do our part in helping one another so this virus will come, go, and we will beat it.